Now, you would be forgiven for thinking that the world does not need another range of affordable guitar effects pedals. But when you're Fender and you have the electronic genius Stan Coty working for you, of course you're going to feel pretty confident that you can enter the fray.
You have no choice.
You have no choice.
But
so,
just to do it.
Without further ado, in the words of MC Hammer, it's Hammertone!
Hammer time!
It's Hammertone.
So welcome back to Andertons TV. Please like and subscribe. We're going to go through these pedals. There are timestamps below. If you just want to fast forward to a different one that we start with, then please do.
I think you definitely need that, yes.
The beautiful Mr. Pete is equipped with various Squire guitars.
Absolutely. We're squired up today to the eyeballs. Links below for all of these, by the way.
Absolutely. Strats tellies, thinline tellies, in fact, and
a delivery.
HH.
Arriving right now, can you hear that?
Absolutely, it's my private helicopter.
Oh, is that what it is?
Okay, so we've got a fuzz, an overdrive, a distortion, a metal pedal, a chorus, a flanger, a space delay, a regular delay or a digital delay, and a reverb.
Hammer time!
Until we get to the reverb, we're actually just using the reverb out the amplifier, so our clean kind of bass tone
it's like this.
is like
on this rather wonderful pink contemporary Squire.
Yes.
I like that, isn't it?
I do too.
I mean, this is mine, as you can see.
Oh, you got
the girls put stickers on all of them. So anyway.
Right, well, I'm going to refer to my iPhone to just make sure I get all the specifications correct as we go. These are crazy affordable, right? I'm starting with the first one. This is 65 quid.
That's not bad. I mean, can I just point out as well, they look cool. I think they look great. I like the Hammerites. I mean, there's wordplay there. Hammerite.
Yes.
I do like that, and I like the knobs are different colours.
Should we say as well, all the features are, as Pete just said, Hammerite finished, slightly compact. I would say like maybe 10 or 20% all the way around, smaller than a Boss pedal.
Yeah.
Will work on a battery, a 9-volt battery, or a power supply.
Oh, right, okay.
We are using the exceptionally well-spec'd Fender engine room power supply here. All got top-mounted jacks, so you can see how close you can get the pedals together.
Yeah.
Really cool feature.
Yeah.
And all true bypass.
True bypass.
So the first one is a fuzz. It says here it captures the iconic splat. Saturation and horn-like sustain used on the formative records of rock and roll history. It's basically got a little switch on it here to enable the octave fuzz as well.
Is it octave fuzz?
And it's got tone fun, fuzz fun, and level, and it sounds like this.
I like that. It's nice and.
That's fuzz all the way off. Doesn't help much. Okay, so I'll wind the fuzz in all the way up, and then
wind the bobbin up.
We'll mess around with this octave switch as well. I'm actually initially impressed.
I am too. Let me try to dial down here. Sorry. man.
I don't mind that.
That's
Let's
good.
just quickly strat it up. That tone is coming of 2 silicon diodes in this pedal. And just for extra coolness, you'll notice the little LED light matches the colour of each pedal. It's details. Right? Do you like the little F on top of the top hat controls? I don't mind
the little F. I like it. I really think overall, the design for the money. I mean, if you think design, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this
is
the beauty of a brand like Fender can just come at this with like very deep pockets, can't they? And
really
just
deep
slam
pockets.
It. Anyway, right. Well, that, sir, is a good start. 65 quid for the fuzz pedal. Links are below. These are all in stock now, by the way.
Amazing.
Should we move on?
Yeah.
Hammer time.
So, overdrive. We now have level, gain, tone, and a pre-mid boost. Well, I wonder if it's a bit Clapton-esque, maybe.
Okay.
He likes to do a mid-boost thingy, doesn't he?
Okay, yeah.
So, of the 3... Well, I suppose we've got 4 drive pedals here, but of the 3 sort of traditional drivey pedals, the overdrive is the least gainy, then we go into distortion, then we go into metal. But here we have a little listen. It claims to be a unique Fender-designed analog overdrive circuit.
Okay. Yes. It's a little bluesy kind of mid. I need some level on it, I think.
Can I?
Oh, right, okay.
I had a little 2-minute playthrough before Pete entered the room. And I would say on all of the drive pedals, unity gain, so that point where the pedal is at the same sort of volume switched on when it's switched off, is around about 7 or 8 on the level control.
Okay.
And that always annoys me a little bit.
Why can't they just...
Why would you ever want a pedal to be less loud than when it's switched off? So
I get that.
That's my little criticism. But again, 65 quid, and it's a lot of pedals do that, right? And a lot of pedals annoy me like that.
I don't know why that is.
No,
can you not just put the pot in and just turn it a little bit and then put the level knob the other way?
Yeah. Okay, so let's start now with the gain really low, and I haven't got the mid boost dialed in at all yet, and I've got the tone about halfway up. So.
It's not like any other overdrive, really. It's a different. It's like I don't know what are you comparing that to? What are we comparing?
Just play it without.
I mean, it's a little slightly out of tune, this guitar, but that's fine. I mean, it's not a tube screamer or cron, is it?
It's not tube screamery.
No. It's like a mid something, isn't it?
Let's I'll go full gain.
Full gain. Go full gain. I go on the back pickup.
Big fat A chord.
Big fat A chord. Let me do these. Let me do some hum buttons.
So it's absolutely not. It's not like a. It's not like a heavy rock pedal.
No,
is
not
it?
at all.
It's
not
like
at
a
all.
nice bluesy classic rock pedal.
Yeah, let's try this. Just a bit of hum button. It's got this sort of fat low and mid low. So what is it? Lower mids.
Right, let's try dialing in this mid boost thing. I wonder if we should just go back to the Strat.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because it's kind of like
Hammer time.
mid boost. If you're sort of not familiar with kind of different kinds of EQs and stuff, typically when you hear guitar players that seem to get that real pushed sustain thing, and I'm thinking kind of like Carlos Santana's a great example of that, but even a lot of those big Clapton kind of 80s kind of guitar sounds were heavily kind of mid pushed to just maximize the sustain thing. So let's see what it does as we start to wind this up.
It's very, very subtle,
I thought it
isn't
was
it?
a lot more subtle, but I did think, is it making the guitar want to go into feedback a bit more?
That's right. Yeah. It's not loud enough, that's the problem, isn't it?
Well,
that's fun.
A bit subtle and slightly underwhelming, that mid boost thing. I was expecting on my Strats that have got the Clapton boost in there, it's a 25 dB boost, and it's like it just slams the amps into overdrive, but not feeling like we're getting as much of that on the Fender, but still a good overall sounding pedal. Doesn't appear to be a spec as to sort of how much mid boost is being engaged.
Secrets are sometimes a good thing, Lee.
Secrets are a good thing. Right, now we're going to move into the distortion.
Oh, hello.
What does it say about this?
I can't wait for the metal.
This is the sound of rock and roll, from light drive to heavy crunch.
Well, so it's the sound?
The sound.
Oh, I said not the sound.
And it's got bass and treble and gain and level.
Oh,
so
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
That's thick and heavy. Can I just try to tell you here?
Of course you can. So, I don't know if you guys can see on the overhead camera, the knobs all go from 1 to 10, and it would appear that sort of where the sort of the 12 o'clock position, if you like, is where we're at. So, lots of bass.
Just go back to the overdrive, just really quick with this guitar.
Let's just get a...
Oh, that's very different to that guitar. that sort of
mid-boosty thing. Yeah. Let's do the 1 to 10 gain test.
Yeah.
If that is such a thing.
Okay. Right. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll just try it with a humbucker. That's pretty good. Again, 65 quid. Got to keep reminding ourselves, right?
I know.
This is the same price as, what did I just recently buy for 65 quid?
Half a tank of fuel.
Yeah, that's depressing. I just thought, I wonder what happens if I max out the EQ. So this is now everything on 10 except for level, and it goes into that sort of almost broken compressed.
Do we not need
a
a buffer somewhere in this chain with all these pedals, Lee?
I imagine as soon as you switch one on, it buffers things, doesn't it?
Well, it's a full bypass, isn't it?
Only when it's switched off.
Ah.
So as soon as one is switched on.
Well, I don't know what.
Yeah. This to me sounds like the sort of doomy, sludgy sound that Oz would like.
Wow.
I quite like that. Like real heavy bass end.
Yeah, it's like proper sludge.
Okay, so that's the distortion.
Oh, here we go.
Now moving on to Pete's favourite genre. The metal.
Metal.
What does it say about the metal? Let's have a little look.
Metal!
More gain, no pain. That's what it says.
Well, it should say more gain, more pain.
Yes,
It?
it's aggressive and dynamic with powerful tone-shaping EQ controls.
More gain is more pain.
Let's give it a go.
There's not more gain without pain. I like that actually.
Let me do just a quick like bap, so we can see. I've set them all with their gain levels on 8, he says.
8.
Looking for 8. So let's see.
They're so very different.
Metal and
aren't they?
distortion, I was saying, are quite similar. The overdrive's massively different, but the metal just sounds like a slightly brighter version of the distortion pedal to me. But
there you are.
Should we move on?
Let's move on.
How much was this one again? I think this was 65 as well.
I think they're all 65, aren't they?
I don't know. We'll see, but it is. You're right. £65. More gain, less pain, hardly any money.
Hammer time.
Okay, next, we've not put this in any particular order, but chorus is next, and this is a little dearer now. So this is £75.
Okay.
Describes it as lush and sparkly with modulation.
Lush and sparkling.
Glassy, shimmering and bubbly, like Pete's personality.
Like Pete's mum.
Hammer time.
Right, so we've got depth, rate and level. Pretty normal controls for a chorus. 3 different types. The website doesn't sort of go into what they are, so I guess just we'll
C1
find
and
out.
C2
Yes,
and
absolutely. And then a tone control, which also the website doesn't suggest particularly what it's doing, other than 2 different tones. So let's just. Chorus is a modulation, if you like, is a wavy effect, if you like, that it puts on the guitar. And you can control how deep do the waves go and how fast do they go.
Like my mood as well.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not a big fan of those kind of big wobbly, like fast chorus effects like this.
Oh, there's like a...
Anyway, so what I was saying, so what I normally do with chorus is I go for a slightly accentuated depth. So maybe I might be on from 1 to 10, I'd probably at sort of 6 or 7. And then I would...
That's all you got?
That's all I got, yeah. And then I'd slow the rate down so it's much, much more of a thing that fattens the sound up rather than makes it sound too wobbly. And there you go. Something like that, it'd be where I go. And then, so these are the 3 different types of chorus.
Okay. Oh wow, that's...
So the tone switch sort of boosts the level of the chorus into the mix, I think.
That's
much
more like...
nicer upwards.
Yeah, well, but down it feels like it's almost more 70s kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? It's like that sort of sound where in a mix it'll stick out more.
Well, I don't think I've got necessarily a preference of the types and tones. I like the tone switch upwards, but I like the fact there's lots of different, like you say, what does the level control do? Is that volume or is that... Right, so you can mix in the amount of chorus you want.
I wonder if one of those settings is a vibrato. Take me down to the Paradise City.
I don't like chorus when you can start to hear that. It makes me feel sick. So anyway, that's the chorus. That was £75.
Yeah.
Moving on to another. Should we try chorus with distortion, by the way, just to sort of give
try
an
it, man.
idea?
Why not?
What was your favourite of the 3? The middle?
I think my metal one won a low setting, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Whatever. Just take a note at distortion. Just to say, we are running the amp on 12 o'clock. Everything is on, 12 o'clock. So
I guess if I think with distortion, maybe if I reduce the level a little bit, I can take the bass down on here.
Yeah. It's coming out soon, isn't it? Top Gun Maverick.
Get in.
You know what I'm saying?
It's supposed to be. The reviews have said it's the greatest sequel of all time.
Really?
Apparently saying.
I mean, Jennifer Connelly is in it, so do you remember The Labyrinth? The girl from The Labyrinth?
No, sorry.
5 minutes later.
Anyway, we digress. So let's talk about the flanger. The flanger is another modulation pedal, but it's always had a slightly more over the top, almost psychedelic vibe to it than the chorus. You can often sort of, with the flange, you can get kind of a whooshing sound to go along with the modulation. Again, we've got 2 different types and 3 different resonance positions. And then we've got manual, rate, and depth. So let's see what they do.
Quite subtle, isn't it? Oh, there it is. It's almost like a chorus on the setting.
It's both a weird ability to sort of distort the effect.
Do that again. That's
a bit
funny.
weird. I don't know where I was.
Hammer time.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Yes.
It's very subtle, isn't it?
It's my least favourite one so far.
I mean, normally with a flanger, I would just like go.
Yeah, it's a much bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, modulation effects is always like a little bit of a touch and go kind of thing,
Like
isn't it?
chorus, mixed bag on the flange. I mean, it sounds fine.
It sounds
flangery.
flangery.
What did we say
Flangery.
the price of this was? At 75 as well. £75.
Yeah,
Okay.
Space.
The final frontier. Now, I'm guessing when you talk about delay pedals, again, if you're not familiar, we're obviously talking about echo pedals.
Echo.
And if you go back into the olden worlds of delays, delays were created using tapes or magnetic drums and stuff, and it sort of has spawned a whole gamut of different kinds of delay pedals. So you've got some trying to sound like old tape pedals. My favorite word is a character delay.
Character delay.
Where
Character actor.
As soon as you engage the delay, it changes the character of the tone.
Yeah.
And the more repeats you have, the more that tone sort of degrades as the tape would get more worn going around, all that kind of stuff. A digital delay, which I'm guessing
Very
is probably
clean.
what this next one is. Is much more about just a very much more accurate kind of representation of you doing the notes. So, anywho, the space delay is also £75. In fact, I can now confirm
The rest of them
the
must be
entire
75.
range is either 65 or 75
Yeah,
pounds.
so they look
yes.
the same, don't they? These 3 at the end, apart from the Fuzz, that's the only one
Yeah.
that's got one
Yeah.
switch.
Um,
Those 5 last ones there.
okay, so take your guitar to the stratosphere. You see what they said there? What if
Yeah.
you're using a Telecaster and you go to the stratosphere?
You got the telesphere.
Yeah. So warm analog style saturation, gorgeous tape warble combined to make the Hammertone, the space delay, a perfect companion for something. Blah, blah, blah. Pattern and modulation switches. Let's give it a go, right? I'll turn the modulation off for now. We'll come to that in a minute. Oh, we'll try the 3 different patterns. So downward dog is this one. Okay, so all the way up is the standard mode.
Yeah.
And then I guess the second 2 switches are emulating sort of a multi-head style delay where you get sort of, you get different trigger points during the delay. And the modulation switch is going to add that modulation to the delays. So I love this kind of pedal. So standard pattern and with modulation.
Yeah, you can hear it there.
It's a heavier modulation than you'd get on something like a MXR carbon copy or something, isn't it?
I like it. I like it.
I don't mind it. I'm not. Just play one like note. Yeah, I'd like to better dial that modulation down a little bit. Maybe it's a bit different on the pattern. Oh no, it gets worse.
I said fourth, and then it might be dotted eighths, and then it might be 6/8 or something.
You're too technical. Yeah, I can't decide. I prefer it with the modulation switch off. But
turn down the length of it. And then is there feedback? So you only get. Yeah, you slapped
sorry,
that,
man.
Without any
Like
modulation on it.
Yeah. Slapback was a really popular kind of delay in the sort of those early rock and roll, skiffly kind of things. And it's where you just have a very fast single repeat after the next one that you do, and all that kind of rock and roll stuff sounds.
It's when you say something to the wife and she immediately hit you. You don't
Slapback.
Hammer time.
Okay, space delay. Next is just the normal delay.
So that would be a digital delay.
I think so. Let's just look it up. Let's look
Blue
it up.
is always
Pete.
digital.
3-in-1 delay with modulatione.
So that's got modulation on it as well?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, see.
Up to about a second's worth of delay.
Oh, that's long.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah, same division.
No, they're all. Yeah, so you're not getting different types of triggers on here. It's just 3 different types of sound of delay with modulation as an option. What sort of a sound would you like me to go for, Monsieur Pete?
No, it doesn't matter. Whatever you can.
Big. Oh, hello.
Oh, okay. So you can make them go.
You can do that with the other one, by the way.
Yeah.
You can do that with any delay pedal. £75. Right, we switched the reverb off the amplifier because the final pedal is reverb. Now, of course, actually, you when you're playing guitar, some of you may decide that you want to put these pedals through your effects loop.
Yes.
Some of you may decide you want to put them in the front end, or a blend of the two. We've got everything going through the front of the Hamplifier, which is Pete's preference.
Well, depends.
And reverb. Where is reverb? Reverb.
Starting to put stuff in the back these days. So yeah, it comes with age, I think.
Honestly, it's what it is. It's only taken you 25 years of effects.
35 years to figure out there is actually effect loop on amps.
So we have type and tone switches again. They are sort of somewhat. Oh no, here we go. So the types now are hall, room, and mod.
Mod.
Okay, let's go.
I've got the modulation on again.
Hall.
Hall,
So
yeah.
I would say hall, room, and okay. So hall at the top.
Yeah.
That's always usually my favourite. So let's go mahusively atmospheric. So I think the tone switch is just dark reverb downwards and bright reverb upwards.
Let's have a listen. Yeah.
So what do you like, dark or bright reverb?
Bright is fine.
Right, okay. So I think if we go through maybe, that's a good example of a sort of a very ambient atmospheric reverb. If you just wanted something more normal, I guess, you turn the time down, maybe turn the mix down a little bit, and then we've just got normal reverb. A little bit shorter, we go room reverb. Or this modulated reverb. Might need to put a bit ambient again for that.
It's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
No, not really. I mean, I think if I'm being critical here, I think my expectations of a range of 60, 70 pound pedals was probably relatively low.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I think the first 3 or 4 pedals maybe made me think, oh,
Yeah,
this is going to be better.
Yeah.
And then it kind of went, no, it's probably about right, as it sort of got towards the end.
For the money, it's about right, isn't it?
I think so.
They fall into a good-looking set of pedals, and you can get 3 or 4 of these, and you'll be fine.
The top mount jacks thing is so mad that you think for like 50 years of pedals, we all just got used to having the side mounted jacks and then therefore having a complete waste of space on your pedal board.
But you would have 2 and you wouldn't have a pedal board. You'd have 2 of them or something. You just pop them down and you just do that and then,
Yeah. But the top mounted jacks is cool because then you really can use up all the space on your board.
Yeah. And it takes batteries. They take batteries, which is really handy too. That's another little thing that people don't use.
So many people now have just become accustomed to the idea of not being able to use a pedal unless you've got a power supply.
Yeah.
And actually, on a drive pedal, less so on things like choruses and delays and stuff, which have the battery life is shorter.
Yeah.
But on a drive pedal, you can go over them in 6 months with the same battery in a pedal.
If you remember to unplug it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's not unplug the battery, by the way. That just means unplug the leads, and then the battery lasts for ages.
Yeah.
So there we go. Look, I mean, what can I say? I'm sure these are going to be super popular. There's going to be an army of Fender fans out there. The market for this kind of price point pedal is enormous.
Yeah, it's good.
So
for the money, they're good. They're good for the money.
That was exceptional. Like the fuzz was really
good.
I
like the octave fuzz.
I liked all 3 of the drive pedals. I thought they sounded okay.
They're different enough as well. It's not like you go, they all sound the same.
Yeah. There's definitely there's a delay and a reverb in there that sounds good.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, there you go.
Who needs chorus and flanger anyway?
Let's jam out with a mix of all of them. And,
are you going to put them on?
Not all of them, but as in some of them. Sorry.
Just put something on and see what happens.
So absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.
Please do. Links below if you'd like to buy one of these.
Or these guitars.
Absolutely, yeah.
All very affordable.
In fact, I think we grabbed a couple of these. So these are all Squire guitars that you can probably buy from most stores, except that this one and this one are in like exclusive colours, I think, for Andertons, and then that's just a normal one. But anyway, links are below. But hey,
do it.
Bye. Let's just find something. What's a sort of a sound that you want?